good, YouTube, man? Y'all tuning in to Give TV. And as y'all can see from the title, we got Kanye West shooting a shot at Meek Mill. So, man, stay tuned for that. But before we get into the video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to whenever I post. But all right, y'all, let's get into it. So, man, Kanye recently went on Whack 100 podcast to talk and answer the questions that they had for him. And with all the stuff that Kanye been involved with, the people had a lot of questions for him. And in the midst of him answering the question, he started to tell a story and mention Meek Mill. He basically was saying how people were sent to try to control him over some of the things that he was doing, like wearing a Make America Great Again hat and a White Lives Matter shirt. Meek Mill was one of the people that was asked to talk to Ye, and I'm gonna let y'all hear what his reaction was.
God got us because it's that time, because they seeing it, right? They're seeing it, and they doing it every time. I got this joke. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell it. It's very.
No. Not too much.
Okay, I do the whole joke in a Chinese accent.
There you go. All right, let's go.
Okay,
let's go.
Come on, man. I know you're gonna say it's very warm.
There
So
we
watch
go.
this. Okay, so when I wear the red hat, when Kim had the responsibility of watching me, they came to her and say, "Go get your nigga," and then Kim comes to me. The red hat, you got to take that off. You can't wear it to the White House. She said, "Look, my job is done. Mama, we out." You know what I'm saying? So then I go and I put White Lives Matter on a t-shirt. And they're like, "Well, we can't go get." Oh, you know what? Let's go get celebrities. Let's go get Puff Daddy. Let's get Dave Chappelle. Let's go get Meek Mills. What made somebody think Meek Mills could say something to me? What made? No, this is the funniest thing of everything. Yo, man, I'm about to start crying, laughing, man. Somebody thought Meek Mills. Sorry.
Meek's a gangster.
I'm not gonna get to my joke.
Meek is a gangster, man.
Somebody said, "Oh, Meek." No, I'm literally in tears. So, yeah.
The world tour or your girls tour, right?
Hold on. No, somebody's like, it's like Meek Mill. Okay, hold on. Okay, that was not my joke, but somehow that part was really funny to me. Okay, so
100.
Okay, so
100.
Okay. Hold on. Let me think of something really not funny for a second. Okay. You know when you having sex, you try to think about something really unrelated? Let me think of something really not funny. Because every time I think about that, I can't finish my story. Okay, somebody thought they could get me. Okay, anyway, so they say, "Puff Daddy, go get your nigga," right? And then Puff calls me, with a wire on, right? And he's just like, "Yo, I'm going to beat up anybody with the White Lives Matter shirt." And then, so that's why I was like, "Yo, leave me alone. You fed, you working for Jewish people." So then it was like, went to Ari Emanuel and they were like, "Yo, go get your nigga." And Ari like, "Bro, I don't really like, this man is like really just prepped for war at all times." And I really, okay. All right, here I am. I'm Ari Emanuel. I want all the, businesses to not do business with my name, Ye, by the way. I want them to not do business with Ye, right? And then they freeze, they debank me. Adidas sues me for $75 million for marketing that we agreed upon. That was, I'll get into a longer story on that. And they freeze my accounts. My royalty for the next 4 years was $500 million a year, $500 million cash, one more zero than Dave Chappelle, for the next 4 years. That's what was in contract. If I didn't do nothing, if I just Yeezys, foam runner slides, all that, and so within 1 week, that's the whole thing. Oh, he lost $2 billion in a day. Then I went on Alex Jones and I said, love everybody. I said, love everybody because they, I ain't gonna say who it is. I ain't gonna say what doctor it is. I ain't gonna say what hospital it is, have been trying to make us love certain things, love the Grammys, love Nike, love killing each other, love opioids, love strip clubs, right? But it's like, no, you can't love this person. You can't love, no, you got to hate this person. This is a demonic figure and you got to hate this. So me, I'm like maybe a little bit autistic. I think I'm more autistic than I am bipolar, right? I think that's incorrect. I don't think I'm bipolar, but I am like an autistic person because you seen by me being on stage with Drake last year, Kendrick said he got more growing to do. I can't help but love. I love Ari Emanuel. I can't help but love. I don't have nothing but love. So then I said, I love Hitler, meaning I love everyone. It's for God to judge. It's for us to love, and that's to be Christ-like. And then Ari Emanuel goes to his bosses in China and says, what am I going to do now? It's like, and they like, I don't know. We love Hitler too.
Oh yeah.
You got to understand that that's how China has taken over, is they study his playbook. And so what I'm dealing with my accounts, when they didn't clear the Donny Hathaway sample for me yesterday morning, and it was I'm not gonna say what kind of lady, I'm not gonna say what hospital it was, I'm not gonna say what it is, was in between me and the Donny Hathaway estate, thus being in between me and the audience, because I wanted to put my new music out. Now I can't do that due to the cancellation, right? That playbook is the communists following parts of the Nazi playbook. So really, I'm the one, and it's Jewish people that actually are helping me at this point, right? There's people literally hiding me under their wooden floorboard because everyone's like, man, he gave an opinion, so this is a cautionary tale. Look at even Charlemagne, we be having our issues, and he had to say it out loud. He do it a bunch of times. He made Biden say what it really is out loud. We remember that. He made whoever that guy was on his show say what it really is out loud. We remember that. And he said, yo, but Ye said something, he lost everything. And everything meaning everything they gave us. Because God gave me. I know, some people say, oh, got you. Got it. Or like Drake said, Adidas has Kanye West, I think, right? And I'm like, ain't nobody had me since my mama. Don't nobody got me. Don't nobody had me, has me, none of that. So people take everything. And you can't take it away from me. It's too late. That energy, that soul, there's nothing they could do at this point. It's nothing we could do other than have a real conversation at this point. Because guess what? After all of that, we still ain't had the conversation about the contracts and what led me to the DEFCON tweet in the first place. That's a reality.
So I want to get into the next question.
Okay.
Go ahead. Who,
Go ahead.
Back? Oh, so no, okay. So Ye, you have mentioned that the sacrificing of Donda, and I kind of wanted you to elaborate on what did you mean by that.
This is just an idea of something that I saw, me seeing Michael Jordan's father taken away, Bill Cosby's son, my mom. I felt like these things happen to bring trauma and control to the Black voices, the blood of Christ, the original voice, the voices that are controlled by the media. Oh, this could happen. This could happen to you. This can happen again. This is what we're going to do. We're going to make this sacrifice. And, this is just, I saw a pattern. Sometimes people say, oh, well, Ye, what you're saying, that sounds erratic. I'm a producer. I see pattern recognition. I'm listening to Otis in Paris sitting at the table with Jay and Beyonce and Dream and stuff. Virgil's there. And I just hear the song and I got and boom, let me make that a pattern. That's one of my things of what gives me a neo ability to see the world in these black and green matrix screen ways is my pattern recognition. That's what makes me a Rain Man. And if Rain Man saw those three things add up, he said, okay, well, the fourth one's gonna be Tiger Woods, and then the fifth one's gonna be, you get what I'm saying? There's a pattern of that happening. So I think the word sacrifice is, and you know, I'm super Christian, but it sounds too, nothing can never be too religious, but in this really secular media world, they use religion to sound, and people always gonna write things off as sounding crazy. So, you know, guess what? It's up to people to believe the stuff I'm saying or not at this point. You know, pretty much it's right every time. So, and I still have the ability to speak, and that's why I did this morning, because the last thing I need to do is stop expressing myself, because God put me in this position to express myself. So I'm saying my pattern recognition says that looks like there's sacrifices to major black celebrities in Hollywood.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, Cap.
I appreciate it. I had a question, right? I've followed you like from your first album up until now. On your first album, you had songs like Spaceship, you had Jesus Walks. Even in your song The Last Call, which I still play when I work out, you said, I played Jesus Walks for me and they wouldn't sign me. And so now when you fast forward to 2022, you're extremely active with your belief. Is this something that you wanted to do back then, but you felt like maybe either the masses wasn't prepared for it or would be held back, and now you feel like you're in a position to bring it forth? Because I'm a fellow believer in Christ as well. Like, what made that change come to where you push it the way that you push it?
You know, just, you know, Jesus will break you down. And I would like to not be one of them cliche Christians that only call on God on Easter or when they at their lowest moment. But, you know, it would feel like all those man-made possessions were taken away from me. And what I want to say when we talk about the accounts being frozen, that ain't got nothing to do with Jewish people. It has to do with the fact that I went on Drink Champs drinking and bragging about serving, not serving Christ. If I say, oh, I'll buy a girl a house, that ain't what Christ want me to say, and want me to say with the money that he provided. Because to get that to be worth $11 billion, that's God. And God had to sit me back and Job me and put me in that well for a bit until I told the world and used this position to say, Jesus is king. There is only one way. If you ain't talking about Jesus, you wrong, and you can't lead. You can't lead. Now you get some suggestions. You can work on this contract, but you can't lead. You can't lead until you follow, and until you follow the truth and the way, and that is Jesus Christ. And that's what I had to learn. And I go down there, you know, because I go into these places. I got a Napoleon. I got the short man complex. I got the Michael. I got the lawyer from Carlito's Way complex for sure. What are you talking about? I got pink polo next to Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? I still don't like the way Tata used to look at me in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It just never left my mind. But you know, somebody just give you a look like, what you doing here? Play a beat. But I gotta say, one thing is so funny. It's like nobody really had my back and supported me as much as Tata. Now he always going to keep it real because this is one of the realest people. Like if anybody know Tata, this is one of the realest, most straightforward people. Like even Jay might keep it more politically correct, but Tata just gonna boom. He's just gonna say what it is, how it always is. But Tata got me on Jay-Z on the Blueprint too. I talked to him. I was like, man, Tata, you know, I got this chain, and back in Chicago, man, I'm running around saying I'm on the rock, man, and if I don't rap on Jay-Z album, man, people, you know, they ain't gonna really believe in me as a rapper, man. And he went and got Jay to put me on Point Out the Bounce on a Timberland beat, and my rap wasn't even that good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no Watch the Throne rap, but you know, it's like he did that. Another thing is I always be talking about Jay Brown. I'll be having my issue with Jay Brown. We got this joke going back and forth where it's like he had this leather jacket and this leather jacket had wool, but it had leather sleeves. And it made me think of like them leggings that girls used to wear, where it's like gym in the back, but leather in the front. I'm like, is you going to the gym or you going to the club? Let's make a decision here, right? So Jay Brown had a jacket. I told him, yo, I want you to go on a flight. I want you to put it up in that compartment at the top, and I want you to leave it there. So, but
Now,
and if you ever talk to Rihanna, talk to anybody, there's a whole email that I put like 12 people on where I'm just talking about his jacket for a long period of time, right? And he'll know exactly what jacket I'm talking about. And I hope he left it. Leave that in the lost and found and don't find it. All right. But what Jay Brown did is, when I had Stronger, and this is funny, this is like some proper music industry stuff. I had the sample, and he was working at Def Jam, and it was very important because it was so progressive, this idea. Mind you, I made Stronger because my fiance at that time liked Justin Timberlake a little bit too much. He's all, we bring in sexy bag. I'm like, man, you just dancing too. You all up in the mirror to that, huh? You bring a sexy back, huh? So we went and made Stronger, and I would play it, and she'd be looking like, because I was kind of like a backpack rapper, and she's like, yo, I don't know if people gonna understand it and get it. And I played the song. I remember the head Nicole got dolls coming in and just like dancing, like it looked like she had the whole cat dogs with her just to that. But then my boy Ice Pick, rest in peace, from Rough Riders, came in, and I played it for him, and he put his nose up. He said, the whole album gonna sound like that. And then I remember I was like, oh, I got to get this song to a place where it'll play on Hot 97. We're going to get the pop stations. This before, I was canceled the first of my 30th times of getting canceled. So we knew we was going to get the pop stations back then, but we had to make it for the black station. I put the song out. It didn't bang in the club. We went and got Switch to work on it, Pharrell to work on it, and then Timbaland. We had to go to the person who made Sexy Back. He redid the drums. It took him 10 minutes to do it. And then for the next 2 hours, he just talked about, couldn't nobody do it but him. Can't nobody do this but me. You came to the right place. I'm the only person that could do this. Right here, I'm just sitting there, just listen to him. Like when Pusha T would have to listen to me talk for a long time. Or like how y'all had to listen to me talk for a long time right now. Thank y'all for being my therapy today. I've been going through a lot.
That's what's up.
But anyway, I want to say Jay Brown went, and there was someone who had the sample also. He went and bought the song to ensure that the first time you heard that was from me. So me and Jay Brown have our differences. Like he got a difference. Like he feel like it's okay to wear jackets with leather sleeves and wool bodies. We agree to disagree. But he has done a lot. This stuff is like funny to me. I'm one of these people that you can tell obviously likes the sound of their own voice. And by the sounds of being the top 5 streaming artists of all time without no album out, hundreds of millions of other people do too. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, somewhat of answer my question.
Okay.
Now, my next question.
Wait a second. He didn't sound energized on that though.
No,
I want you to give it back.
Get him, Yay. Get him, Yay.
No.
Oh, shit, y'all.
I want to do a follow-up, but I know Ion's going to ask a question.
No, do the follow-up because I want your energy level to be high.
Okay, so my follow-up, I follow like the Israelite belief. And so the reason why I asked you that question about your path is because I love that journey. I see you're switching. And then from watching the Drink Champs video, you made a statement to say that, we're the Jews too. So like, where did that part come from? Was it something that you learned from like the Jewish people, or is this something that you learned from your own side? And where do you intend to take that part?
When I went on Alex Jones, it's interesting. He talked about this. It's so funny. You wouldn't expect Alex Jones to specifically back up that thought and that theory. I would read the Bible. I'm looking at the location of the Bible, and I wouldn't visited Buju Banton, and I'm getting different people's perspectives on Christ. I have my boy Mickey Halstead also shares these same beliefs, and my question is, why are we the only people that don't have a flag? Well,
That's heavy.
obviously, we our existence was erased. Those slave ships was real, bro. You know, we we are the Jew and they are Jewish, like that of a Jew.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you wanted to hear that? I'm already canceled, right? So I can say stuff like that. I want to make sure because it was important. Even though we're not face to face, I heard in your voice that my that Timberland story that I tell all the damn time was not that funny to you. You was trying to get into some like you was trying to get into like a real conversation. We trying to line up in front of the stadium right now. And people, my thing is, you know what? There are truths to the relationship. Stereotypes exist for a reason. There are more Chinese computer engineers and Indian computer engineers than there are of other races. You know, there are more creatives in the entertainment field than of other races that are black. You know, certain stereotypes exist for a reason. That's why they're around. Like everyone's trying to like homogenize the new world order us and not have us look at the heritage of where things come from. Something that I heard for Christians out there is that the Bible describes dinosaurs as dragons, because that's something in the indoctrination school known as Sierra Canyon that they do to make your kids come home and be like, well, Dad, well, you know, what's up with the dinosaurs? So we're saying the importance of history. And if we know where we come from, we can know where we're going. And there's all these overlaps where history repeats itself. Like certain stuff where I go through dealing with Yeezy and Skims and all that, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm in a Gucci movie right now as we speak. Like even this thing, like, why was Corey Gamble sent into the Kardashian Jenner family? Mind you, Corey Gamble was Puff Daddy's Manny, I'm sorry, right? And then Corey Gamble was next to Justin Bieber when he was getting in trouble, right? And then soon as Bruce Jenner turned to Caitlyn Jenner, here go Corey Gamble. Why is that? Because if you see me and Kim and I'm doing a Yeezy fashion show and we got the most visibility of all time, then the richest man in the world would offer me a deal and then take the deal away from me and then hire my best friend and make him the head of Louis Vuitton, right? It was all to keep us at the Ari Emanuel entertainment level, because we stay on the path we're going, we get to Medici level. You go above Vatican. You go above Vanguard and BlackRock. But right now, Shorty got an investment firm that's half with, I'm not going to say what hospital is. You know, I'm not going to say what the doctor is.
All right, man. So y'all got a chance to hear what Kanye had to say in that video. It was a brief part about Meek Mill, but it was a lot more to the podcast that he spoke about and answered the questions that the people wanted to hear. So, man, I want to get y'all thoughts and opinions on all that Kanye had to say down in the comment section below. And if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell to stay up to whenever I post. Till next time, we out.